Hey guys, Danny here, and every so often I get asked how the Music Factory got started. Actually, I don't really get asked that very often, but I thought I would tell the story of how we started the Music Factory way back in 2006 or so. So let me set this up for you. So at the time, myself and who would become the initial partner with me at the Music Factory, Anthony, who still teaches drums with us, we both worked for Guitar Center. I was a district vice president at the time. I oversaw all the stores in a part of Southern California. I did Orange County, San Diego, and Inland Empire. I had 13 stores, about 300 or 400 employees working under me. And Anthony was a store manager. So we had known each other for a while. And Anthony and I were both really into cycling at the time. I know it's hard to imagine that looking at me now, but there was a time when I was a very fit amateur bike racer. And I was actually racing bikes before Anthony. Anthony was a weightlifter at the time. He was like super into like getting all huge. And then he just kind of made this shift into cycling. And he's a very natural athlete. So he transformed really quickly into a cyclist that I couldn't really keep up with anymore. And then he went really hard for a few years. But at the time we were both really into bike racing. And as you know, Anthony is German. He's from Munich originally. And we went to Europe to watch the Tour de France. So we went to Germany, stayed at Anthony's parents' house for a little bit in Munich, and traveled around, went into France. A couple of the stages were in Germany. So really, for bike racing geeks, that's an amazing thing to see. And it was right in the heart of the battle between Lance Armstrong and Jan Ullrich, who was German. And it was just a really exciting time to be, interested in cycling. It was really cool. So while we were there, we went to a town called Regensburg, which is where Anthony had gone to college. And he had gone to a music school there, music college, music university in this town called Regensburg. And we went and visited the school. And we were in like this cafe that was attached to the school. And we just thought it was this really cool community of musicians in this cool coffee shop. And it had this community feel. And that was kind of what started us on this idea of trying to create something like that in Orange County. And, we didn't know what it would become at the time. We both knew that we were really burned out on working retail and doing that Guitar Center retail thing. And conversely, also Corey, by the way, he came from Guitar Center as well. And that's how we eventually, knew Corey and brought him on board at the school. So when we came back from Germany, that was kind of our ideas, and we started thinking about it and looking at it. And the suite in our plaza where our bands rehearse, in the room where we do kids rock or DJ lessons, that side over there, I actually owned a recording studio in that space there. So I was already in the plaza with one business that basically if you have $1 million and you want to become broke, open a recording studio. But the plaza, which is kind of the suite that is the main entranceway into the Music Factory now, into the lobby area, that whatever business was in there at the time moved out. And we took that over and started the school. And then it just kind of expanded from there. We took the suite in between, and then eventually I got out of the recording studio thing and we just took that over. And that's how we got the Music Factory started in 2000. I believe it was a January or February of 2006. And here we are. So that's the story. All right. Talk to you guys later.